What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. Hit that like button, more likes, more hooligans. I'm gonna read through the chats really quick, make sure everything is running smoothly, and then we'll go ahead and get her started. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Adrian? What's up, T. Lawton? What's up, Bob Marley? Happy Freedom, Hooligans. What's up, GQ? What's up, Snooks? Happy Freedom, Snooks. What's up, Rasta? What's up? I'll be quiet after this. Thank you for being here. What's up, Joshua? What's up, all you hooligans? Appreciate you guys being here. Sitting here messing with Kick. I made a Kick account yesterday, and it won't go live. I don't know what's wrong with that. I might have to contact customer service or something. We're going to talk about that later on. We're going to cover what Kick is. Let's see. What's up, everyone on the JeffMAC Live YouTube channel? Happy Freedom. What's up, everyone on Twitch? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? What's up, Bipolar Bear? Happy Freedom. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Nefthese? Happy Freedom. What's up, everyone on Rumble? We get more people on Rumble than any other platform now. It's so awesome. What's up, Serum? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Joe? What's up, Shilling? What's up, Golf Coach? What's up, Free Mind Art? What's up, Rasta? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Let's Go Brandon? Happy Freedom, Hooligans. What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, Ride Guy? What's up, everyone on the JeffMacLive.com website? What's up, Annie? Are you okay? What's up, Dennis Sparks? Happy Freedom, Hooligans. So today, we got kind of a busy schedule. Let me pull it up here. So Hyena Harris was just flapping her lips out in Ghana. I don't know if she's still alive or not, but I got it paused here, so we'll see what she has to say. I'm sure it's humiliating. Then at 2:30, which is in 45 minutes, old man Walter is supposed to be delivering remarks on investing in America. I'm sure that's misleading as a title. Choking on my grape juice. That's what she said. Then after that, we have a video that is titled Rand Paul staffer brutally attacked in broad daylight in D.C. That's because D.C. is doing so well. It's not a giant ghetto, I swear. Then we have a video that is titled Train Derails in Rural North Dakota and Spills Chemicals. Just another day, another derailment. Then we have a video that is titled Critics Blast Old Man Walter's Gaslighting in Tweet, full of you know what, because he was tweeting about how bad our border is, which is ironic. Then we have a Tucker Carlson video that we can actually show on YouTube. It's titled Never Thought We'd Be in This Position, talking about how you can't be patriotic anymore. It's frowned upon. And then we're going to cover an article titled Trainwreck Teases Massive Kick Signings as Feud with Twitch Continues. So for those of you that don't know, Kick is a live streaming platform, and it is almost exactly like Twitch, except for it's green instead of purple, and they only take 5% of what comes to creators, where on Twitch they take 50%. So we'll be covering an article on that. Then on the non-YouTube platforms, we're going to be covering Kevin McCarthy talking about why we can't be proud to be Americans. Then we are going to cover a video that's talking about what happened in Nashville yesterday. Then we're going to show the body cam footage that shows two different perspectives. It's two different officer body cams showing them go into the school and take down the active shooter. And then we'll be wrapping things up with the live protest that's going on in Paris. It may not be live by the time we get to it, but we'll skim through it so we can see what's going on in Paris. And that's what's on the schedule today. So let me read through the chat really quick and we'll get started with Hyena Harris. What's up, Crackshot? What's up, Ghost? What's up, J.O.B.? What's up, Miss Jamie? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Frank? What's up, Fly High? Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Comic Talk? What's up, Cheeky Chops? Alright, hooligans, let's get her started.
So being here was immensely powerful and moving.
She looks disgruntled.
When we think about how human beings were treated by the hundreds of thousands,
I don't want to sit next to her.
now stand. The crimes that happened here, the blood that was shed here, there are dungeons here where human beings were kept, men, women, and children. They were kidnapped from their homes. They were transported hundreds of miles from their homes, not really sure where they were headed, and they came to this place of horror. Some to die, many to starve and be tortured, women to be raped, before they were then forcibly taken on a journey thousands of miles from their home to be sold by so-called merchants and taken to the Americas, to the Caribbean, to be an enslaved people. We don't know the numbers who died on their way to this place, the numbers who were killed during that passage on the Atlantic.
Is she even talking to people? Because she didn't address anybody. She just walked up and started flapping her face.
Of what happened here
Why is she wearing a lab coat?
must always be remembered. It cannot be denied. It must be taught. History must be learned.
Garrett, she looks like she had a long night last night after drinking. I'm saying, those pills and alcohol, they'll catch up to you.
The history of those who survived in the Americas, in the Caribbean, those who proudly declare themselves to be the diaspora.
I bet she can't spell diaspora.
In often many situations, odds that were designed to break them, to demoralize them, to create systems and situations that were to make them feel like less than humans, less than full human beings.
They were just half human beings.
survived.
She didn't even declare where she was.
And they
She's in
tell
Cape Coast, Ghana.
Another.
I don't know anything about that.
A history of endurance, a history of faith, a history in believing what is possible, a history not only that tells about the ability that each individual has to survive, but to thrive.
Adrian, at least she's not laughing.
All these
Yeah, not
stories
yet.
must be told.
Her hair looks rough.
All these stories
She looks like she rolled out of a crack den, showed up to give this speech.
from this place, the pain we all feel, the anguish that reeks from this place. And we then carry the knowledge that we have gained here toward the work that we do in lifting up all people, in recognizing the struggles of all people, of fighting for, as the walls of this place talk about, justice and freedom for all people. Human
What's up, Jeff with a G?
for all.
Happy freedom.
So that's what I take from being here. The descendants of the people who walked through that door were strong people, proud people, people of deep faith, people who loved their families, their traditions, their culture, and carried that innate being with them through all of these periods. Went on to fight for civil rights, fight for justice in the United States of America and around the world. And all of us, regardless of your background, have benefited from their struggle and their fight for freedom and for justice. Thank you.
Terrible. You did a terrible job. I don't think there is people there. It's just camera guys. Heinrich Harris doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. She just shows up, provides word salad until everyone's full, cackles a few times during inappropriate subjects and whatnot, and then just walks away, staggers away, just slides up out of there. Well, that was something to behold. So now we're going to be showing a video talking about Rand Paul staffer brutally attacked in broad daylight in D.C. Got this little gnat bothering me. All right, let's get her started.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul revealing one of his staffers was brutally attacked while walking the streets of Washington, D.C. in broad daylight. This happened last weekend.
That's right. This follows past acts of political violence targeting famously the senator himself by a neighbor.
Alexandria Hoff is live in Washington now with the details. Alex.
Yeah, well, good morning. The staffer was attacked on Saturday with a knife, according to police. It happened around 5 p.m., so you're right, in broad daylight. That was in Northeast D.C. The staffer was treated for life-threatening injuries. Now, that same day, 42-year-old Glenn Neal was arrested. He's been charged with assault with the intent to kill. So in a statement, Senator Rand Paul wrote this, quote, "We are relieved to hear the suspect has been arrested. At this time, we would ask for privacy so everyone can focus on healing and recovery." And that's something that Senator Paul himself understands. In 2017, he sustained serious injuries after being assaulted by a neighbor in Kentucky. And then in 2020, here in Washington, Senator Paul and his wife were attacked by a mob near the White House. So looking at D.C.'s year-over-year crime stats now, arson, motor vehicle thefts.
Nah, that's not that bad. 400%.
Thefts in general up 17% and homicide up 16%. And get this, the attack on Senator Paul's staffer occurred on the same street just about a mile from where Democratic Congresswoman Angie Craig was attacked last month. The assault took place in the lobby elevator of her apartment building, and the suspect in that case, Kendrick Hamlin, had a lengthy rap sheet. He is believed to have been homeless at the time. Congresswoman Craig only managed to escape that attack by throwing hot coffee on the man. Steve, Ainsley.
Now we got to ban hot coffee. Those assault coffees, they'll get you.
According to one of the two witnesses cited in the D.C. police report, apparently the suspect popped out of the corner, stabbed the Paul staffer multiple times as he and a witness were walking. The victim was able to grab the suspect's arms, and the witness with him tackled the suspect, leading to a struggle between the parties, the report says, and then the victim and the witness ran as the suspect fled.
Well, we wish that victim the best.
I seen reports all over Twitter yesterday saying that it was Rand Paul that got attacked, and everybody was all up in arms about it. It wasn't even him that got attacked. So next, we have a video that is titled "Train Derails in Rural North Dakota and Spills Chemicals."
The United States
That was misleading. Clicked the wrong button, played another video, couldn't stop it. Playing a dangerous game here. All they had to say was 2-3 words, red words, and I'd have been done. Stupid. Alright, let's get this started. Maybe you guys will be able to read all of this. I won't have to read it to you, because there's no audio for this. Another day, another derailment. Canadian Pacific train derailed in rural North Dakota Sunday night and spilled liquid asphalt. Local authorities and the railroads said there is no threat to public safety. The incident occurred in a rural area outside Windmere, a town about 60 miles southwest of Fargo. There were no injuries and no fire associated with the derailment. There was another video that I seen that had to do with this that was talking about how toxic the chemicals were. They probably don't want to speak on that a whole lot after what happened in Ohio. All the bad stuff and no good stuff happening. They don't even talk about Ohio anymore. It's like that didn't even happen. They want everyone to forget about it. So this next video we're going to cover is titled Critics Blast Old Man Walter's Gaslighting in Tweets. So Old Man Walter decided to talk about the border and blame those MAGA Republicans.
Make America great again.
Well, you'd think President Biden was playing around with the old Twitter machine with this, but it's real. It reads, MAGA House Republican proposals would slash funding for border security, a move that could allow nearly 900 pounds of fentanyl into our country. Biden also included his picture with a Border Patrol officer, the picture taken during his single visit to a border city. Remember, they cleaned up El Paso so he would see nothing happening. Backlash was fierce to Biden's words against Republicans. Our own Kayleigh McEnany tweeted, "This must be a parody tweet." Former candidate for Arizona Governor Kari Lake said, "We are losing a generation of Americans to the poison of fentanyl because this buffoon purposefully opened our border to allow our country to be invaded. That blood is on your hands, Joe." And here is our commander-in-chief from December. Remember this?
Mr. President, why go to a border state and not visit the border?
More important things to do than go to the border, the president said. Republican Congresswoman from Florida, Kat Cammack, is with me now in focus. First of all, did you see the tweet and what was your reaction?
I don't think Old Man Walter controls his own Twitter account. I highly doubt it.
Gaslighting, but honestly, I think he's just full of you-know-what. Honestly, does he believe that Americans are going to buy the fact that Republicans who have been screaming and stomping and going to the border for the last several years are actually looking to cut Border Patrol agents? If you look at the president's own budget, he's only adding 100 Border Patrol agents. We need more than 2,000. Under this administration, the Biden administration, more than 35,000 pounds of fentanyl has been confiscated, and it's estimated that only 5 to 10% of the fentanyl entering our country is getting caught. It's no wonder that 300 people a day are dying under Biden's watch. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. He is not the commander-in-chief when it comes to border issues. He is the trafficker-in-chief, because that's all that's happening down on the border is trafficking of humans, trafficking of drugs, and we are seeing the direct result play out in our communities across America.
Absolutely.
Yep. Border's not getting any safer. I just want to cut the video short. They just go on and on talking about nothing after that. Trafficking of people and drugs. That's all that's happening. They're not going to fix it. They profit off of it too much. They're saying right now that fentanyl is the leading killer in America of Americans. 300 Americans die every single day because of that. I don't understand it though. Like, you know what they say about leading a horse to water? You can't make it drink it. So, you know, people didn't like doing drugs so much. I feel like it wouldn't matter. They could bring 300,000 pounds of fentanyl across the border every single day. But if they didn't like doing it, we wouldn't have dead people. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand why people want to do drugs so bad. It just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't have it in me. I mean, life's not going real great right now, but I still don't want to do fentanyl. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Thank you so much, Tanya, for continuing the membership program for 24 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, Annette? I don't know. I don't understand the whole drug thing. It doesn't make sense to me. Paul, it's a bioweapon. You gotta do it though. It's not like the plague where you just, I don't know, sit on a bus and now you got it, like the clap. I don't know. I don't know why people do drugs. It doesn't make sense to me. So this next video is titled "Never Thought We'd Be in This Position," talking about Tucker Carlson. Well, it's not talking about Tucker Carlson. It has Tucker Carlson.
Glad we
Look at that face.
Glenn Greenwald has been following all of this. He's host of System Update on Rumble, and he joins us tonight. Glenn, thank you so much for coming on. Never thought that we would be in this position. We've criticized TikTok pretty consistently for a number of years now, and certainly the government of China. But this does seem like an effort to make us more like China, not an effort to push back against China.
There's so many ironies here. First of all, it's kind of astonishing. I've watched the Republican Party over the last 2 or 3 years, with my support, be very concerned, increasingly so, about the ability of the U.S. government to control what it is that we hear and see and can do on the internet. That's what the Twitter files were about. That's what all kinds of controversies were about concerning the 2016 and 2020 election. And now the Republican Party, along with the Democratic Party, wants to give to the Biden administration an extraordinary power, which is to ban social media platforms that Americans are choosing to use. 150 million Americans choose to use TikTok. Maybe we should educate them not to. No one's forcing them to. Some are children. Many are adults. You showed some of those. That is an extraordinary power. And what is really ironic about it as well is that for years, China and Iran and Russia were accused of being despotic because they wanted to ban Google and Facebook and other U.S. tech companies, and did so based on many of these same claims. Those companies are really just propagandizing our citizenry. They're corrupting our country and destabilizing us. They're spying on us. And so, as you say, in the name of warding off China and fighting China, the government is now about to embrace powers that the Chinese government itself has long wielded to control the flow of information in their countries. And at the very least, I think we ought to think about why this is happening.
Yeah, I think you may be one of the only people saying this who's not taking money from China in order to say it. And one of the reasons we're so grateful that you came on is because we know that you are speaking in good faith, and it's worth considering. And thank you for raising these questions for us tonight. Glenn Greenwald.
It's kind of weird that they're all up in arms about TikTok. They don't care about what's in our food. They don't care about toxic train derailments. They don't care about any of the bad things happening. But all of a sudden, TikTok matters a whole lot. For a while, the press secretary was reaching out to everyone using TikTok. She used to say all the time, "Oh, you guys received a message from us through TikTok earlier today, blah, 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 blah." Now all of a sudden, it's a big deal. If you go on TikTok, you just see people circulating information, and they're just saying TikTok's not being ran by the government. Government can't control what's on TikTok, which means that they can't silence us. So people think that it's like a power play to get rid of TikTok because of Americans communicating without being censored. They also say that Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook or Meta or whatever it's called now, paid a bunch of lobbyists to put this in motion, to have TikTok banned. I don't know what's true and what's not true, but they don't care about other platforms being radical and stuff like that. They care a lot about censorship. Look at what they did with Twitter. FBI was telling Twitter to censor conservative people, even political people, banning their accounts, suspending their accounts. They can't do that with TikTok. They can't send TikTok an email and say, hey, go censor all these people. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like, it seems like there's an ulterior motive there. I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything special about TikTok, but one suggestion that people are circulating right now is go to YouTube and type in Paris, go into Twitter and type in Paris, go to all these American platforms and type in Paris and see what is suggested to you. Then go to TikTok and type in Paris and then see what's suggested to you. And when you go to all these platforms, they show people kissing under the Eiffel Tower and buying coffee and hairy women. But then when you go to TikTok and type in Paris, you see riots and protesters and cars on fire and stuff like that. So people are saying that TikTok is just not censored. It is censored, but it's not censored the same way as American platforms. They're trying to say that they want to ban it because it's China collecting our data. But what does that matter compared to anyone else collecting our data? Like, what does that matter to us? Facebook collects our data. They track us everywhere we go on the internet. From the moment you make a Facebook account, they track you everywhere. Your Google searches, everything. So what does that matter? What does that matter? I don't know. It's really weird. And then they call it the TikTok ban bill. It's called the Restrict Act. And they're going to make it so they can search your emails, search your text messages, follow what you do on the internet without a warrant, without reason. And if they think that you're doing something wrong, they'll just come visit you. Or they'll monitor your photos and stuff like that. They're passing a bill right now that is going to censor everyone, not just on the internet, but on your phone. All your devices that connect to the internet, the government's going to be able to go through it whenever they want, however they want. And they're going to be able to control you through your devices that connect to the internet. They'll probably be able to declare you a criminal based on what's on your phone. Just because it connects to the internet, they'll be able to go through it and say, oh, we don't like all this stuff you're saying, these text messages you're sending, these pictures of your wiener and stuff like that. Boom, you're banned. We're coming to arrest you. You're going to do 300 years in prison because we don't like it. Communist is coming, but it's coming in a digital form. So next, we are going to cover an article talking about Kick. And then after that, we're going to wrap things up on YouTube. And we have 4 videos to cover on the non-YouTube platforms afterwards. So give me a second here. I'm going to post this link in the chat so you guys can follow along in this article we're going to cover. It's titled Trainwreck, which is a person. Trainwreck teases massive Kick signings as feud with Twitch continues. Free Mine Art, isn't the government doing that anyways? They're monitoring us, but they can't use that stuff in court. It's not admissible evidence because they're breaking your constitutional right to privacy. This bill will make it so it is admissible evidence because they got around your constitutional right. Just like being on social media apps, Section 230 specifically says that they can do whatever they want to you even if it is infringing on your constitutional rights. They made a law that allows tech companies to infringe on your constitutional rights. It literally says that. It is very specific when it says that. So this Restrict Act bill that they're passing is going to pretty much just go hand in hand with that, where they'll be able to access all your devices, and then everything on your phone can be used against you. So I'm telling you, it's coming. Communism is coming all over your face. All right, hold on a second. All right, so this article is not very long. I'm gonna run through it really quick. It's about Kik. I actually made a Kik account yesterday. We were supposed to be live on it today for the first time, but for some reason it won't go live over there. I'll have to talk to customer service and see what they say. It's probably all as well. We're going to show some graphic body cam footage on the non-YouTube platforms, so probably would get me banned on Kik anyways, and kind of suck to be banned on my first day on Kik. We'll see how it goes. So the article starts off by saying, former Twitch star and Kik co-founder Trainwreck has teased massive streamer signings as the rivalry with the Amazon-owned platform continues. Launched in early 2022, Trainwreck's new streaming platform Kik has gained mass popularity within the streaming community and has quickly become a top rival with Twitch over the last couple of months. The massive incentives such as 95/5 split, subscription revenue, and lucrative deals for top talent, more and more creators are inclined to start streaming on Kik. So Kik only takes 5%. Twitch takes 50% of everything that goes to creators. The article goes on to say, we've even seen some of Twitch's biggest creators make a switch to the new platform, including Aiden Ross, who signed the biggest streamer deal ever to join Kik after his permanent Twitch ban. The article wraps up by saying it's unclear Trainwreck and Kik I don't know why it doesn't say this correctly. It is unclear what Trainwreck and Kik have up their sleeve next for the platform, but it's certainly exciting to see some competition in the streaming world. So if you go to Kik, there's no app for it, but if you go there, it's exactly like Twitch. It is just like Twitch, but it's green. It's green and black instead of purple and black, or whatever it is for everybody else. But it's supposed to be less censorship, and they only take 5% versus Twitch taking 50%. So I made a Kik account to see how that would go, but like I said, I can't go live over there, so I don't exactly know how it's going to go. We'll see. We'll see. Anything with less censorship is good, though. This little gnat is bothering me. Like, for the whole show, it's just going to sit here and bother me. That's how my week has been going. For like the last 7 or 8 days, it's been like this, just non-stop misery. If I'm not miserable, I'm not alive. All right, so that's all I have for the YouTube platforms. We have 4 more videos to cover on the non-YouTube platforms. The first one's Kevin McCarthy. Why can't we be proud of America? Then we have a video talking about the Nashville tragedy that happened yesterday. Then we're going to show the body cam footage, 2 different body cam footages, 2 different officers, their body cam footage from going into the school and solving the problem in Nashville yesterday. And then we'll be wrapping things up with live protesters in Paris. I don't know if it's still live, but we'll at least skim through it if it's not. So I'm going to give you guys the spiel deal. You'll have till the end of the advertisement to make your way over to the non-YouTube platforms. I'm going to post the links to Rumble, Odyssey, JeffMACLive.com, as well as the link tree, where you'll have access to all the resources. I'll start the advertisement, and you got till the end of it to make your way over there. Happy for him, Spirit Matter. Thanks for being here. Adrian, laws that violate the Constitution are invalid. Yeah, according to the law of the land. But they just keep it going. I may have to end the live on Twitch before we show the body cam footage. Because the last time we showed someone get shot, which was during the Kyle event, they gave me a strike 1 and strike 2 over on Twitch. So we'll see how that goes, but that's later's problems. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys the spiel deal. You'll have until the end of this advertisement to make your way over to the non-YouTube platforms. I've posted all the links to Odyssey, Rumble, JeffMacLive.com, and the link tree where you can find all the resources. With that being said, please go to JeffMacLive.com. On the homepage, you can find all of my links listed. You can find the link to join Gilded for free. Gilded is currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, there's a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. And there's a ton of hooligans in there to hang out with all day, every day, to chat it up about pretty much whatever you like. So definitely join Gilded. Also on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to the merch store if you would like to grab some merch. We have shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs. Everything is displayed in black and white or white and black, but if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the different colors that item comes in. You can also find links to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, Buy Me a Coffee, and Locals to support what I do. There's a link to the Amazon wish list if you would like to send me stuff. It's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send emails, find addresses, or anything like that. It's really simple. Also, the birthday unboxing is going to be on Friday, probably at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Kind of like when we do watch parties, but we're going to do a live unboxing with all the gifts you guys sent me for my birthday. And then finally, on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to join the membership programs. There's memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, and JeffMacLive.com. If you get a membership for JeffMacLive.com, you'll have your own profile. You'll have access to our private social media. You'll have access to the live streaming area with the built-in chat. You'll also have access to our advanced communication system where you will have the ability to chat with other hooligans, call them, video chat, group video calls, group audio calls, and the ability to upload any kind of media known to man. You can do audio clips and documents and all kinds of stuff that you can't do anywhere else. So definitely join the membership program on JeffMacLive.com. All right, it's time. Give me a second to help the YouTube platform off the live so we can continue on and speak freely. Just give me a moment.